We got to get together. We have to. This COVID thing. People don't want to go back to work. People don't want to create. People are sitting in their own silence. People are needing something. And what they need is they need the creative energy of what we all have inside of our mind, body, and soul. You can't turn it off because in order for us to get into the future, we need it. It has to be more than just space probes landing on Mars. It has to be more than just science. It has to be more. There has to be real art and real collaboration going on. And it needs you. And it needs me. It needs everybody to come together so that we can grow beyond this heavy shadow. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally uncut because we all make mistakes. So let's turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. There was a project that I did in music form in 2002. The project was called They Think I'm Weird, So I'm Going to Prove It. And so I wrote a bunch of music, and it was very weird, and because I was out to prove how weird I am. And to this day, I still believe that. I'm very weird, and if you've heard any of these podcast episodes, you're going to walk away saying, well, that was pretty damn weird. That's just who I am. I write down my prayers every morning. I don't just sit and close my eyes and go into a moment and go blah, 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 blah. I write them down because maybe someday, somewhere in the future, blessed by the holiness of the great book and movie, The Notebook, maybe somebody's going to need this prayer. Maybe that somebody will be you. And I'll be able to pull something from my writing that taps into what you need in that moment. But I write down my prayers, and something came from my prayer this morning that caught the attention of my heart. This is what was written. Is it about listening or being aware? For no real sound is shared. It appears. It is felt. When I write about the universe moving through each and every one of us, the relationship is never based on physical communication. Non-believers might see that as being, well, that's an open space to create your own dialogue, dude, to which I agree. I mean, I have asked for 27 years of daily writing, Lord, is this you or is it me? It's an honest approach toward accepting the awareness of being present. For no real sound is shared. It appears, it is felt. We all go through these methods of process. We arrive because the initial idea first started out as a moment of influence. The next step is always to make it physical. How we reach and achieve is based 100% on the acceptance. Is this who I am supposed to be? And then I always follow it with, well, why am I supposed to be? And there it sits, that glorious open door. It's taken its shape. Do we run or do we stay? Lord, is this you or is it me? In all things that exist, does it always have to start with a test? They think I'm weird, so I proved it. Hey, this is Arroe, and this is also the Daily Mess, a chronological walkthrough in everyday world. I am a daily writer, and I believe in being in the presence of now, and it is so rewarding to just put the pen on the paper and just write. Write what you feel in that moment of now. Just write. Let it go. Just free yourself from whatever. And there's going to be times where you're going to be angry, sad, depressed, guilty. And you're going to put it down on paper. And eventually, through the test of time and the rest of time, you will develop a style, a voice, and you will know how to handle situations such as that. That's what's great about being a daily writer, a free-form thinker, stream thinking. This is the Daily Mess. 2 scenes in the new movie Snake Eyes grabbed the strings of my heart. And I mean, it really grabbed me in a very hardcore way. It reminds me so much of the meditation that which I practice and I live by. It's called Nidra. Calming the heart, holding nothing in it but the purity of presence. No anger, no regrets, no sadness. The presence of peace-filled mindfulness. I remember thinking to myself while in the theater, my God, this must be what I look like while I'm meditating. I related with both scenes in the most positive way. To put your entire self within a pure heart. to release yourself from judgment and other confidences, to be here, feeling the flow of the atmosphere as it cleanses the surface of your soul. Be here. Pretty deep, but it's never deep enough. The experience is almost magical, but it's practical. The decision to be present is a walk of life, not a spur-of-the-moment event to try, like this. But it doesn't happen overnight. And yes, it's going to require the roots of the whole story. Letting go of what you think you control. 2 scenes from this movie, Snake Eyes. And there I was inside that theater. And I went into the moment with them because I could relate with the purity of the heart. But in order to be there, I had to understand what got me there, why I was there, when I decided to take the chance to be there. Sure, millions will see this movie. And of those millions, maybe 5, 10 will see these 2 scenes, and they will see themselves. That moment of purity where your heart is free. No anger, no regrets, no sadness, no judgment, and no overconfidence. Being in the presence of now. I'm Arroe, and that's the Daily Mess.